I want to ask you something. You said you ask a question. There's got to be more, and I found myself asking that question too. That's kind of led to where I'm at now. But I want to ask you. Say there's somebody they're listening. They're in that same spot. They go into bed at night with their spouse, and it's like, there's got to be more. There's got to be more. Like, you got any advice on a starting point for them? For you, it was the book. But what about them? You got a starting point for them?
Yeah. So one of my favorite quotes is from Tony Robbins, and he says, the quality of your questions determines the quality of your answers.
Yeah.
Right. So I stand before you today, 8 years en route of this dream. So I'm going to shrink everybody's time by like at least 4. Okay. So for probably 4 years of my life, I asked, is there something more? What that means is now I'm still looking for this idea. Is there or isn't there? See, I told you there's not. See, I told you there may be. I don't know. And you're literally to and fro because of doubt. I don't know. Maybe. Sure. Don't ask that question. Let me save you 4 years. All of us need to stop asking the question. I'm here to tell you today, I don't care how old or young, man or woman, whether you've failed a million times or you never even tried. Yes. Their answer is yes. There is something more. So save yourself 4 years. Okay. You're welcome. Okay. There is. Now we need to be asking more intentional questions. Here's how I look at this. Most of us, where we would start is we would see the problems around us. That's where all of us start. Not enough money, not enough time, not enough purpose. Maybe we see problems in our family. Maybe we see problems in our church. Maybe we see problems in an industry, an economy. Maybe we see problems within our own health. Maybe we see problems, in the way that homeschool. It doesn't matter. But generally, what we're all really good at is finding problems. Great. Start there. Okay. Anybody can do that. So this is not hard. And then start to go, God, what are you doing? And what do you want me to do about it? Kathy, the gal who started or is the president of National Day of Prayer, her name is Kathy. She's made a comment at their main leadership conferences last year that has stuck with me. I was like, Kathy, if I use this quote more than you, I might have to steal it because it's so dang good. But she said, all of us are complaining about the world is getting darker. And she says, but could it be that we're getting dimmer? And I was like, oh my goodness sakes. You just said everything I've thought that I didn't know how to put to words.
You just summed it up like that.
So 1,000,000%. And instantly, like, there's like such conviction on your heart and soul that you're like offended and like thrilled all at the same time. But it's really true. Like, so great. We know that there's problems everywhere, but there's been problems from the beginning of time. We just have social media that like magnifies all of this and dramatizes all of it, but it's always been bad. Could it be that our light's just gotten dimmer because we're lowering our standards to fit the narrative around us instead of taking the narrative and fitting his truth? Mm-hmm. That's our goal. Our goal is not to lower the standards based upon what we see. My goal is to take the narrative of what I see and to get it aligning with his truth. So find the problem that like you are done with. I got to get to the end of myself. I am done with this career. I'm done with this industry. I'm done with this problem. I don't want this problem anymore. Okay, great. Now I'll go to sleep every night going, God, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. Because we know that he trumps everything else. We know that he's already got plans around the problem. He's already got the solution for the thing that isn't working. So I want to know, what are you doing, God? And then what do you want me to do about that? Do you know what I'm saying? Like this is, so if I rewind just back to my simple example, I would have said, what is the problem? People are living half alive. Like we are alive, but we're not like living, right? We're shuffling our feet like the Bergens from Trolls, right? Us parents know exactly what I'm talking about. Everyone's like, oh, life is just so hard. Life is just, and I'm like, what are we doing? And God, I was like, God, what are you doing? He's like, I'm alive. I am doing something. That's what I am doing something. I was like, what do you want me to do about it? I want you to write a book. I want you to tell the whole world. I want you to tell the whole world that we have an option.